Hi, my name is Landry, and I am on a mission to finish 30 books this year because I am turning 30 years old. So I've decided to kind of bring myself out of this major reading slump that I have been in recently and take it slow by getting back into reading and loving reading again by not setting such a huge goal for myself. To start us off, one of my first books that I have read this year is If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin. This is a book that I have had on my TBR for quite some time, but I have been putting it off because, first of all, I really didn't know much about it except that it was about these friends that grew up together. Autumn and Finney, they had grown up together, known each other for a long time, and then they kind of grew apart. And it's from Autumn's perspective of she is kind of going through her end of middle school into all of high school, kind of seeing Finney and realizing like maybe we should have been together, like we were childhood best friends, but maybe there was something more. And this was a book that I was not expecting to love as much as I did. This sucker right here, this is exactly how I felt at the end of the book. I did not expect to cry as much as I did when I finished this book. And it was one of those things where you kind of knew what was going to happen, but at the same time you were telling yourself like, no, that's not going to happen, that can't be the case. And then when it did happen, like, it just completely shattered me, and I was crying so hard that my dog was running around and like looking at me, and then like came near me, like he was like, what's going on, like why are you crying so hard? I did rate this 4.75 stars. The only reason it wasn't a full 5-star, it's probably a little bit ridiculous, and it could be because when I was reading it, sometimes if I'm not fully paying attention, I may miss something. It's from Autumn's perspective, and I feel like it's kind of like you're reading her diary in a way, because she's just like sharing what's going on. It felt very jumpy. Like it wasn't fluent. It didn't go from like day to day or even moment by moment. There was even a part where there was a situation occurring and I was like, wait, did they graduate high school? Or are they still in high school? And then like a couple of chapters later, they were going into their junior year of high school or something. And so I was so confused because I was like, wait, I thought they graduated high school and now they're not have graduated, they're going into their junior year. I don't know, that was one thing that was a little off for me, or put me off, was it was a little jumpy, but not in a way that ruined the entire book or the entire experience. I still loved this book so much. So 4.75 stars, highly recommend this book.